What's up, everybody? This is Patrick Love, and this is
Essie Love.
You sleepy? And this is nothing but love. And welcome to
F Them Friday.
Oh my God.
F 'em.
Jesus.
really
All the way F them Friday.
each and every one of them.
Each and every one of them. F them. F them with your whole heart. F them with your whole soul. F them with your whole mind. F them with your fingertips,
Like
with the
they stay
fingernails.
fine,
F them with every fiber of your being. F them with your whole being. Holy heaven.
Your
Holy F
entire.
them. Your
F them.
entire F them.
Now, y'all nasty. See, get out your mind. Y'all over there cussing. We not cussing. We not cussing. See, how you know we wasn't talking about forget them? Just forget them. Or we could be saying find them. Which one you say this?
Are you really asking me a question?
Yeah. Which one are you saying?
Oh. Perhaps. Perhaps I'm saying.
Perhaps you saying. Not the
Perhaps
the
I'm
prophet of all
saying.
prophets did not say that. Okay.
Maybe I'm saying, I don't know. Forgive them.
Forgive them.
Forgive them.
Forgive them. Forgive them. I'm gonna use another word, F word, for all their foolishness. All the foolishness. I had another word, but we leave.
What was your other word?
No. All the
All right.
foolishness, you gotta forgive them.
You gotta forgive
Man,
them.
it's hard.
Let me say,
Especially when they keep doing the same thing over and 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 to over again. We lost that light again. But I'm gonna keep cutting it on.
are we still taping or still rolling?
Yeah, we still rolling.
All right. Technical difficulties. There's
Yes,
nothing.
well.
Such as life. This is real life. Well, let me say
gonna
this.
forgive them.
Let me say this in context
Yeah.
for those people that really were saying when you heard me say F them. Perhaps you were thinking of the infamous four-letter word F them.
They were.
And whether you're a believer or not, right?
They do.
Sometimes you do feel within the bridge of your esophagus, within
There's a
the
bridge
nucleus,
in there.
there's a bridge. There's certain little bridges in here, right? Like, what do you like?
The steps, some steps up in there,
There's
right?
steps, right? And there are what would you call them? Like the little holes in a ladder, right?
There's a little ladder.
There's a
It
little
came from
space.
down up in the.
Okay, but it came from the nucleus, from the
depths.
core, and then it just swimmed its way
Sometimes it shoots his way
right here,
to
and
you,
sometimes
right?
it's a shooting, sometimes it's a not even a falling star, but it's a shooting star,
God, pray for
and
me.
it gets right here. And because you do want to stay saved, because you do honor your salvation in the greatest way, you do pray that the Lord just keep that F here and it to be swallowed and then emptied out of the other end, of the rear end. But then there are
gets
moments
worse,
that
y'all.
it
Get
actually
worse.
does not go back the other ways. There are moments that it's a vomiting. It's a vomiting of a lot of the F's. Some say F-bombs. Some say a lot of other things. Some add different letters. But the core of the word that they have in there is an F, is the letter F. Is the sixth, right? A, B, C, D, E, F.
Child.
Fifth letter in the alphabet. Sixth. I was right the first time. Sixth letter in the alphabet. So for that, I want to say to you, I hear you, I see you. Because there have been moments in my life where the F didn't stay within the bridge, where the F didn't stay here. The F actually was a vomiting. It was there was a just spewing of it.
I told y'all who you're up against.
And then there's a repenting, because it's like, was that really serious? Was it necessary? So then you have to really say to yourself, self, I am not alone. I'm not going to act like humanity doesn't take its course sometimes. And you're like, really? I thought I've come so far. Mm-hmm. But the reality is, your FM wasn't forgive them. Your FM was everything aside from that. And your FM was definitely a curse within a curse and a curse within a curse. Okay? It's more like the, what's the stuff I used to say to people? Thunder and fire to your house.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
One of those situations. So, I with the appropriate context, I just want to say to you, if that's what you were thinking, you're like, my bad. The reality is, no, it's not just your bad. It's all of our bad, okay? But the crux of what we're saying today is, F them, forgive them. And that is a really, really complex thing to do. Right. If you want to be real about it. That's a complex thing to do when you really, truly understand, what does it really mean to forgive? What does that word truly mean? Do you know what it means? Do you know what it means?
You want to tell us what it means?
No, but I mean, if you were to say, yeah, I mean, I know what it is to forgive. How would you define, or what other word? What other word? Listen, okay, let me do what I'm doing with my mason jar. You don't use mason jars like I do.
Forgive me.
You are forgiven. See how easy that was? You are forgiven for butting in.
I was helping.
I don't know if it was actually helping. You were trying to, but I had it.
Oh.
And in the midst of you trying to, like, interject, I had to remember, forgive him, for he knows not what he does. Huh? See? Words are powerful. You just have to actually walk them out. That's where the rubber meets the road.
I did, because I thought she was tightening, and she was really untightening.
No, I was trying to tighten.
Oh, okay. I was not correct. I was correct. I stand corrected. What you drinking today, though, Essie?
I am drinking
your forgiveness juice.
Yes, that's what we're going to call it. Forgiveness juice.
What's in it? Tell us what's in it.
It is ginger. I have ginger. I cut up ginger in it, and I put peach orange Twinings brand tea. And I didn't take the tea bags and actually heat it up. I didn't put it to make it hot. I put the tea bag in the cold water nicely. And first of all, let me go back. My mason jar was in the freezer already. And then I put my my ginger pieces that I cut in the mason jar with the frozen look of the glass, like the iced look of the glass. And then I put the tea bag and I just sat it in there and took the mason jar top. And I just, I'm steeping it in the cold today, not the hot.
Okay, now tell us one more time what's in it. It's just the tea bag.
Yep, 2 tea bags, peach orange.
Yeah, peach orange. Okay.
Tea bags, and then my ginger, natural ginger slices.
Okay, cool.
Like chunks.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. It's really good.
Cool.
It's good. It's just the right amount of what you need.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, folks. I mean, you're gonna tell us about forgiveness, right?
I'm gonna define, but I wanted you to tell me, how would you define don't even look though. Don't look at what I wrote.
I don't know. I mean, it's I don't know how I would define it, because I've never tried to define it.
Okay, what's another word you would use for forgive?
Letting it go. Just letting it go.
Letting it go.
Letting whatever the offense is go. Just let it go. Don't hold you to that thing. Just let it go. Give you some grace.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Now, what I do have an issue with, maybe I'm going too far. I do have an issue because sometimes I can't forget it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna. I forgive you.
Right.
But I can't give you the same access to me as you had before. Now.
So then, okay.
In that area.
So with that and I know we always talk about, and it's been a societal conversation, forgetting and forgiving, and are there differences, and is it, if you're not forgetting, are you truly forgiving? And some people say, yeah, I'm forgiving, I won't forget what it is they've done, so I don't make that same mistake. Fool me once, it's on you. Fool me twice, that's on me. So to forget would mean I don't want to be fooled. For some people, that's how they rationalize not forgetting. But I forgive you for what you did, but I just don't want to forget. So is that true forgiveness? When you say things like that?
Because see, when when you talk about
very blurred line.
We that are believers and really believe in the Bible, the Bible says that the Lord forgives our sin, and then He forgets and remembers it no more. Isn't that interesting?
Yes. So what say you? How do you feel about this? And do you feel like, if I'm going to forgive, I'm going to forget because I don't want to be reminded of it, but I'm going to, have used the proper or necessary discernment given so I don't fall into, subsequent mistakes, or not only with that particular person or people, but with people that you haven't even had, the opportunity to meet yet. Will you keep, there's a preservation, will you preserve certain parts of you so you're not making decisions that could have you return to something that you had to forget and forgive?
Right.
So those are questions, but to define forgiveness, or to define forgive, let me segue there, because it really does something when you truly define it, and then you take the synonyms and then you define those synonyms, and then you think about, oh wow, that's what that means. So to forgive, this is from Google, so you can look it up. Forgive means to stop feeling angry or resentful towards someone for an offense, a flaw, or a mistake. So it means that it's to stop feeling angry or resentful, bitter, towards someone for an offense, flaw, or mistake. Well, then, of course, me, I go to the synonyms, right? So some of the synonyms to forgive is to pardon. We've heard pardon.
Yeah.
We've heard pardon in the past couple of days, more so than we probably want to hear. But to pardon is to forgive. To excuse is to forgive. To absolve is to forgive. To exculpate, which is one of my favorite words, is to forgive.
Exculpate.
Exculpate.
Exculpate. Exculpate.
EXCUL. Exculpate.
Culpate. Okay.
Right. Because when you're a culprit, you do what? So to exculpate, right? It's right. Okay. So now you're Xing that out. Okay. To exonerate. I love that word.
I like that word.
I love that word. And to acquit. You know what acquit is, right? So then I decided, let me define exculpate and let me define absolve. Okay.
Go.
Exculpate is to show or declare that someone is not guilty of wrongdoing. You are declaring that they are not guilty of wrongdoing. To absolve is to set or declare someone free from blame, guilt, or responsibility. You are declaring that they are free from blame, guilt, or responsibility. So when you're absolving someone or you're exculpating someone, you are declaring that they have they're no longer wrong, that they don't have to worry about the guilt or responsibility, that they have done nothing wrong. That, my friend, is forgiveness.
Ooh,
Go,
Lord.
how does that change what you feel now about forgiveness? And so if you're telling someone listen, you are no longer wrong for whatever was done. You are free from blame, guilt, and the R word, which is responsibility. You are free from it. Does that mean does that mean then that you should still remember? Because if you're remembering it, but you're saying I'm forgiving, that, my friend, is an oxymoron. You negate it, or is it not being negated?
That just opens up another question,
right? So I'm telling you, baby, okay, let's. I don't know. I don't want to cut you off. I don't want to cut off what you're saying.
That's biblical. What the Lord, that's the same thing the Lord does. He remembers it.
No more. He says, I'm throwing it into the sea of forgetfulness. And how large is a sea? It's pretty massive, right? So if I am forgetting it, if I'm remembering it no more, and this might be something that I shouldn't use as an example, but I'm going to go there because sometimes you really have to feel things to be able to say, I do want deliverance from this. You being cheated on. Infidelity.
Yeah.
You're saying when you forgive, you are no longer guilty, culprit, person who did the wrongdoing. You're not wrong. You are free from blame. You are free from guilt. You are free from responsibility.
I get to look up the biblical meaning of that.
But I mean, I'm just defining what those words mean.
Right.
And so to forgive, right? So if you're no longer, and we could think of all the different types of examples and really traumatic ones, and I won't list them, and not one person in this world does not have a story and on their journey has not experienced some kind of traumatic experience. One that when you think of it, you still feel certain things. Right? A song, a scent will remind you of that thing that
and you be ready
hurt
to fight
you.
all over again.
Right?
Or cry.
And you say, I forgive you. Don't worry about it. I'm absolving you from this guilt. I'm absolving you from this responsibility that you've caused me harm and did wrongdoing. May God be with you. And you could truly in your heart, that's why forgiveness is something you should just throw around. Oh, I forgive you. You really should think about.
It's perpetual.
It's perpetual because the life that we live on this earth, either you're going to do some wrongdoing, and then when you do wrongdoing, don't you want to feel that forgiveness from someone to say, I made a huge, massive, colossal mistake. I did something to you that hurt you so much. You, on the other end, the person apologizing, the person asking for forgiveness wants what? They want true forgiveness. They want to know, I love you. Thank you for acknowledging. It never ceases to amaze me. Thank you for acknowledging. Never ceases to amaze me.
Yes.
Family's amazing. So, it's on both ends. That's what I'm saying. For the person that was harmed.
And did the harming.
And then did the harming. And what happens when you're on the other side and you're really, really wanting forgiveness, whether it's from your children, whether it's from your spouse, your parents,
is a deep conversation.
your employer, a stranger,
anybody,
anyone. But for the people who hurt you the most are the people that are closest to you. Church, the church hurt around. That's why I said your employer, work, your co-workers, your colleagues, your siblings, family. Oh my gosh, what that F word? Forgive them. We could say it, but it is a practice that you have to practice on a daily and really understand
let me ask
that
you this question,
and
though.
to want to receive it.
I had a question.
But I have a couple of scriptures at the end to leave with you so you can kind of go through it.
Yeah, I got a question, and I think this is
and I don't want us to go too long, but
we may have to open this back up next Wednesday again. You know what I'm saying?
Not even. Let's.
You know what I'm saying? To really hone in on this because it gives a question here.
Oh, this is so good. Oh my God.
A whole bunch of noise.
I'm sorry. That is good.
It's good.
Try it cold. Forget the hot.
Yeah.
It's good.
And we're gonna share some more tea things that she does. I
like to create.
Yeah. So,
you guys like this lipstick? This is amazing. Do you like this lipstick?
Yeah.
Okay, it's different. Sorry, I just had a random thought. I was like, this is like really interesting. It's a different color. I don't really have that lipstick in my entourage, but I have it now. I actually like it. Okay. I apologize. I just had a moment where I was like,
it gives I forgive you. The question.
I didn't even ask for forgiveness. Thank you.
Can't get a word in edgewise around this house, boy. I'll tell you the truth.
I really need that. Oh, I needed that. Thank you. That was right on time.
Can't get a word in. Trying to get my question.
That was right on time.
Very good.
Oh,
Well,
God help us.
I think we should we stay on this for a minute.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, we don't have time today to really cover it all.
Yeah.
But the question is, because it needs to be perpetual, it shouldn't have to be perpetual, and I'm gonna tell you why. Sometimes you have to just lock into what the character of a person is, or a situation is, and say that's how they are. I'm just gonna leave them there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I mean by I don't think when I forgive somebody and say it's cool, I know their character hasn't changed. Because they're going to do it again. Because the majority of the time they do. Some of them do. So, some of them do. And if that be the case, we need to talk about how do we navigate in that area of their perpetual character, their character or their character flaws.
Yeah.
How do we navigate around those people who don't really change their character? It's
But who don't know to change because
Right.
maybe they don't even think that there's anything wrong, which now you're in a completely different
thing. Yeah,
you know,
so-
we talking about like you don't even have the capacity to see that you do
But you're
anything wrong. So
Yeah,
remember now
so-
we're kind of like Miley talking about narcissism, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying like for some
So-
people who know they are, but the
Right.
pride
They
in them
won't
just
let
won't
you
allow them,
They won't let you forget.
and they won't let you forget. And it's like
Because you try to go. I try to can.
What about that
what
person?
What the girl used to say, the comedian. I'm trying to can with them, but I cannot. Okay, and so that's where I am with the man. I just can't give access to people again in certain areas because it's hard for me to trust them in that area with me or my family or a situation or in business.
Well, business, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I got a cat right now, boy, that I know I didn't forgave him. That joker. That joker, I can't call his name right now. But he's my boy. Hard. Alright? But this dude right here, boy, I wanted to put him in the headlock a couple of times, but I couldn't fit my arms around him. Too big.
I have the door face like
He too big.
my eyes.
But you have to learn how to live in that area. We'll talk about forgiveness, and maybe we'll get deep one day and talk about forgiveness even in relationship or marriage. Because
you left that out.
because
Yeah.
you don't. That is a hard place that you really have to live in. Forgiveness and forgetness.
Forgetfulness or forgetfulness.
Whatever word you want me to use.
Okay, you can make a
You know, I'm
forgetness.
country,
Yes, you are.
so I just pull out a word. You gotta make up words from time to time.
I make up words too,
Yeah, just make them up.
but forgetness. Okay,
Yeah.
we could do forgetness.
Yeah.
That's fine. All right.
But
So
let's pivot a little bit.
okay.
Okay.
So that was,
we got
that was
some-
the deep stuff.
Yeah, because we got some people we need to forgive,
Yeah.
and I'm
Yeah. I know. I do.
I'm gonna have to find a way to forgive these folk. Let's talk about Sister Schubert.
Okay, so check it out. Check it out. Yeah, check it out. Where do I begin? Hold that thought. We'll be right back.
I love pressure washing, providing residential services, along with commercial services. Avoid those HOA hassles and improve your curb appeal. We provide free estimates and serve the Charlotte Metro and surrounding areas. Give us a call or text today.
What's up, everybody? We back.
Hello, we are back.
Y'all
We
still there?
returned.
Y'all still there? Get ready to find a way to forgive.
F them Friday.
Yo, F them Friday, buddy. Yes, sir. But before we do that,
Yep.
let's stop and just send our prayers out to the victims of the crash in Washington, D.C.
Yes.
American Airlines and the helicopter that crashed, to their families and to everybody on the ground that's trying to do the recovery. and to the people who have to meet, with these folks, fams, and try to comfort them in that way. So prayers up for them, condolences, and all.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, blessings. All right, let's talk about Sister Schubert.
So heartbreaking. Okay, Sister Schubert. I'm gonna do a twofer in a short span of time. So Sister Schubert's dinner rolls. We had an unfortunate situation take place early January where I bought the big 48 count bag from Costco, and while I was away enjoying myself, here with my sister and fam, I get a phone call that Hubs over here bit into his roll and found a foreign object, and the foreign object was I'll let him tell the rest.
Well, it was a blue piece of glove. Latex glove.
The top part of the finger.
Looks like the top part of the finger. It's a piece of glove, put it that way. And I could have ate that. Maybe I ate another piece of it. But it did something to me, man. It's just like,
It messed you up. It's messing
we like to do food reviews. That's my review.
Yeah.
So, that's what happened with
Sister Schubert, right? So, because of the lawyer in me and who I am and what I do, I, of course, was like, I gotta go. I gotta leave so I can come home and handle this. And, got the evidence in the bag, like a little Ziploc bag. And I was like, okay, now I have to make all the rest of the 48 rolls because I need to dissect it to see is there anything else in them. So, it's a little science project on my end, but it was fine. I did end up finding another roll that had like a little black thing on the outside of it. Not too sure really what it is, but you can see for yourself. So I did that and contacted Costco, told them what happened, and I will say their process pretty seamless. It was very professional. The guy that was helping me was nice, and the claim was put in. And then that same day, I got a call from a third party agency that works with Sister Schubert. They called so that they can give me a claim number and they can get my side of the story as well. And my conversation with them pretty much was, this is what happened. They did ask for picture and video that I still have to send them because I have to be able to get the email for that. But they asked, one of the things that was asked of me is that, that they would send me a box so I can, put the rolls in and send it to them so that they can do some investigation. And so I was just saying, I asked the question, well, what do you need the rolls for? And so, the representative said, well, so we can investigate. What are you exactly investigating in the roll? You should be investigating your cameras to see whose glove, after giving you the serial number and giving you everything you've asked me for, whose glove was ripped off in the process of them doing what they were doing. That's what you investigate, not my evidence. And so I said, yeah, I'm going to be respectfully declining that. I won't be sending my evidence to you. So please be sure, don't send your evidence nowhere. Keep your evidence with you. But also, you can also keep your coupons that I don't want because I'm not going to be buying them anymore. Like, that's just not something I'm going to do because you can't undo what's already been done. And it will never... There will never be a comfort in eating something that you've already almost been fully harmed by, and there's which is what you call, drawing a blank, but
it's negligence for one, but
no, it's negligence for certain, but you
it
have that
baby,
anybody, anybody, any guests come over, you make them and you eat, God forbid, so. That happened, and so just sharing that with you guys. And then Ming Garden in Cornelius off of West Catawba Avenue. This one's pretty disgusting. So I'm there getting some food for my sister, and while on the phone with hubby again, I noticed that the guy, because you can see their kitchen, it's an open kitchen basically. Behind the glass, he's preparing chicken, and there's a container like that hard glass container, not whatever. It's a hard plastic container. He has the chicken thighs in, and then he's got a baking sheet pan. Okay, on top of an open garbage.
What?
And the garbage has a garbage bag in it, but it's that gray big can, garbage can. He has it on top of the garbage. Still disgusting to think about. And he's transferring from the container to the sheet pan the chicken thighs. Now, of course, it has chicken juice on it. So he's like rubbing the chicken, and he's filling the pan up, and it's a pretty big pan. So at that point, I'm like, I gotta take a photo of this. But the girl in front at the counter, I believe she heard me, because in the process of me taking a photo, she was standing in my way. And I didn't say anything to her. I was just trying to get my evidence so I can go ahead and send it where it needs to be sent, right? And share it. But I didn't get a good picture, so that was a fail. But after he was finished, he puts the sheet pan in the fridge. No gloves, okay? Opens up the fridge with his hands, puts the stuff in, turns around because the stove is right behind him, and begins cooking. Pulls a utensil and begins cooking. I could have hurled. I was so incredibly disgusted. Now, that day it was I was like in a foggy space, so my reflexes weren't fully engaged, because I would have at that point been like, oh my gosh, do you know what you just did? And I didn't even communicate. I still took the food. Don't even know why I took the food. But I ended up contacting the North Carolina Health Department. They then gave me Mecklenburg County's health department's number. I called, I reported it, and I promise you guys, it was like 24 hours, no more than 48 hours when I heard from the inspector. And when I heard from the inspector, he was at the location. He was right about to walk in. He said, I just wanted to talk to you. I wanted to be able to get your story. I got the report, but if there's anything I'm missing, let me know. You know, I did share with him, hey, you got everything, but I need you to remember that the man had no gloves on, and there's salmonella on that fridge door. There's salmonella all over the place. So you need to take that light and shine it bright.
I know you didn't clean it that day.
If you could do something so egregious, how in the world would you even think to clean? This is just me. I wasn't there, so I don't know if he cleaned the fridge or not. And they had a high grade, so I was like, oh, this is a great restaurant. Maybe I'll try it one day. Will not be trying ever. It only takes one time for me when it comes to food. You know what I'm saying? And so, because who hasn't been food poisoned in pet? Children, dogs, cats, birds, people. We have all had a moment in our life when we have been poisoned by food, and it is the worst experience, right? So, won't be trying that. But I am going to comment online. I'm a little behind, but I'm going to do a Google review so that people do know, not necessarily to bring harm their way, to tell people, hey, steer clear, because people are still going to do what they're going to do, but to make an informed decision that, hey, this is what I saw with my own eyes. This is first-hand knowledge, not second-hand. So that happened. Main Garden in Cornelius, North Carolina, North Kakalaki. I was so disgusted. But anyhow, so those are the experiences, the negative experiences that we've had so far. But we did have a positive experience.
Oh yeah. Lowe's,
on Wednesday.
Lowe's grocery store. Y'all, we say grocery store in the South. Y'all say supermarket.
Supermarket.
It's like a supermarket.
Grocery store is 2 words. Supermarket, 1 word. And there's more things in the supermarket. It's food and ... Food plus.
Anyway, they got Wednesday specials on wings and Wednesday special on sushi. So I got the wings. I got the ranch on them. Smoked wings with the ranch on them. They was good. I got 8 wings for $3 and some change. You can't beat that. With a stick. Guys, I'll check them out. Got a couple of locations here in our area. I don't know if they have them in your area.
I hope they do.
And the sushi was really good.
Sushi was good. I would do it again. I would eat it again. I mean, it was good.
I don't do
it's
it,
fresh.
But bless y'all. And on Fridays they had, like today they got a rib special. I don't know how to eat ribs like that, but
I think she said they were beef ribs. The last time I asked, because I thought you had wanted. I thought she said. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I think
maybe they're pork ribs.
Yeah, because I tell beef ribs. But yeah, and they got, tell them about the coffee specials and the other specials.
And on Thursday, it's Thirsty Thursday. So any coffee or beer or wine or whatever they have at the bar, everything is half off. So that's pretty good. And I've had their coffee and it's really good. And Fridays they have, you could purchase a bag of coffee for $7 versus $11. And I bought some coffee and it's really good. The coffee company is Boxcar Coffee Company. I looked them up. I wanted to see what they do. As you can see, I got the amaretto flavor, but I plan to go tomorrow to get a bag of coffee beans. Though it's just the beans. So if you don't have If you don't have a chopper at your house, you could have them chop it up, grind it for you.
Grind it, you mean?
Well, anything that chops can grind. Okay? You chopper.
Chopper.
A chopper.
Chopper.
Okay? You make up words, I make up
Chopper.
words too. So, that is low. So, that was a great experience. Yeah.
Cool.
Right?
Yeah.
So,
I tell you what.
what do we have next?
Nothing.
Nothing? That's a wrap?
That's a wrap. Well, we got some scriptures we want to share with you. What about that?
That's a wrap,
Look, we got to
Cap?
forgive, y'all. Okay? We got to forgive. We got to find a way to forgive
Oh,
folk.
there's a will, there's a way.
We got to find a way to forgive folk of their foolery.
That came from a very deep
F
place.
you Friday.
That came from a deep. There was a conviction in that.
It was?
Foolery.
Was it?
Foolery.
Well, you got it up there, so, I saw foolery. So I thought I'd put all my F's together,
Yeah, alliteration. There's
Fine.
power in alliteration, let me tell
A
you.
way
To forgive.
to forgive folk of their
Foolery. There's something when you can say it with like a oomph. What? Okay.
Okay.
So, the way you can go about that, right? You always got to leave you with some scripture, okay? The source of where we're going to get all of our stuff. So, the Bible says in Mark
What it say?
11,
Read.
Mark chapter 11, verse 25, and I'm reading from the KJV version.
Read.
It says, and when ye stand praying, forgive. But what does forgive mean? When you stand praying, stop feeling angry or resentful towards someone for an offense or flaw or mistake.
My mind.
When you stand praying, declare that someone is not guilty of wrongdoing. When you stand praying, declare someone is free from blame, guilt, or responsibility. If ye have aught against any, that your Father also which is in heaven may forgive, may stop feeling angry or resentful toward you for an offense, flaw, or mistake, may forgive, may show or declare that you are not guilty of wrongdoing, or forgive you, set or declare you free from blame, guilt, or responsibility, your trespasses. And I did that to be able to say, make sure that when you're forgiving someone, you're absolving them, you're pardoning them, you're excusing them, right? You're exonerating them from their trespasses. That's Mark 11, verse 25. Just putting in those other words. That's why words are so important. I also got Colossians 3:13, and it says, forbearing one another and forgiving one another, or exonerating one another, if any man have a quarrel against any, even as Christ forgave, as Christ acquitted you, also do ye. Also do the same for the other person. Acquit that person. Exonerate that person. Pardon that person. Because this part is so beautiful. Even as Christ pardoned you, pardoned me, he remembers it no more. He says, you are not guilty of blame, responsibility, wrongdoing. That's a good
That's
God.
it.
So rest on those. There's other scriptures on forgiveness, but play with those words and see how it rests on the inside of you. And we're not going to stop this conversation. We're going to continue it.
Yeah. We'll
Okay.
see you on Wednesday, all right?
Okay? Love you.
From whose space?
From our space to yours.
Love you,
Nothing but
buddies.
love.
Nothing
Ciao
but.
for now. Like, subscribe, share.
Yeah. Like, subscribe, share. Hit that bell button.
And
over
try
there,
this
whatever
tea.
it
It's
is.
really good.
All right.
Ciao
see
for
y'all later.
now.